do have, it's like sometimes I'm around people, right? And it's like I feel like I'm all alone because I'm ascending to a high level.
Mm-hmm.
And why is that?
The path of wisdom is a lonely one.
Mm.
It's simple. Now let me break this down scientific way so that you understand. There are people that's awake, and there's people asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, most people on this planet are asleep. So let's break it to the least common denominator. Let's say the black community.
True.
It used to, they say 5%. No, it's like 0 point something now.
That's right.
You see, that's asleep. So you're going to be lonely because the simple fact that people are asleep. Now, how is this? You have a chakra system in your body, and these are 9 wheels of consciousness. 7 wheels of consciousness. There's like 160 chakras, but 7 major chakras, just like there's 7 African powers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what has happened here to give you a scientific element of what's going on so that you can clear this up so you don't have to go and be trying to holler at somebody and they laugh at you and they don't want to hear that shit. Because your family will beat you down and niggas in the street will beat you down. You're going to try to give them a message. Now, have you around here crazy. Now, the chakra system, the lowest chakra is your sacral vertebrae. That's your root chakra. And that's where the majority of the people's consciousness is, on the root chakra. So the only thing that they can get down with is desires. What feels good, what tastes good, what smells good, what looks good, what sounds good.
Yeah.
You see,
The
basic senses. You see, on that particular level, they are called the automatons, which means automation.
Okay.
They moving, but they're brain dead.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Now, you don't even get into this particular consciousness that you can partake to understand what things is until you're radiating from the heart chakra.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the heart chakra. That's why the Egyptian, the heart scarab was the most important. Even when you died, they throw the brain away. But it was the heart that they preserved. Because that's where your true self is. But you got to radiate from the heart chakra and then you elevate on into the pineal gland. But most people's consciousness is in the root chakra. On the 5 senses, the animal level. Mm-hmm. They can look pretty. They can have a PhD with a degree. They tell you it's only a degree of information. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, a degree of information, it has nothing to do with a person's behavior, whether they're conscious or not. You see, it has nothing to do with what a person wears. It has something to do is where they incarnated down here on a certain level and they are radiating above the root chakra. And I guarantee you this right now. Even if some of you all just coming into consciousness the last couple of weeks or the last year, I'll guarantee you always felt special since you was a baby. Now, I've been asking that question in my lectures around the country for 16 years. And I asked everybody, how many of you all always thought that you were special? And the whole room always raised their hand. You didn't know what it was. You see what I'm saying? But you thought it was special. And you always had a thirst for something that you didn't know what it was. And it was this knowledge. Let me give you an example. When I was in college, I was standing up one time. I had finished school, and I was standing on the college campus with one of the coaches. We got to be good friends. One of the basketball coaches, Coach Holmes. And he said, "Well, how do you feel, man? You've educated yourself." I said, "Man, I don't feel shit." I didn't know at the time. I told him, I thought when I came here to this university that when I left, I was going to have some kind of knowledge. I didn't know what the knowledge was. All I know is when I went through for 4 years, I didn't have shit. I knew I felt empty. Now, it was a couple of years later that what I was missing, I realized, was knowledge. You see what I'm saying? But I knew something was wrong. You see, and that's what it is. You always thought that that something was missing, and that's why. That is because you were gravitating above the root chakra. So it's a waste of time to think you're gonna go to a person that is on a certain level in the root chakra. You see what I'm saying? And try to raise that person up. It ain't gonna happen. Now you say, well, damn, that's kind of messed up. Well, it's simple. It's simple. Let me give you an example. I was raised middle class, and because my mama and grandmama were school teachers, and my granddaddy was a carpenter, and he built mansions on Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, for rich millionaires. My grandmama, and when he died, she wasn't a millionaire, but she was a thousandaire. But because they had, I always had. You understand how that goes? So now, every person that's here right now that's conscious, you got about maybe indirectly about 50 people you know on the old earth plane. Some smaller, some got know even more. But let's say a good 20 or 30 that you know that's dead. They don't have to have the knowledge. As long as you got it, you have their knowledge for them. Now, so you are a representative. You know when you, sometimes somebody will die out in California, and your family ain't got enough money to send all your Negroes out there. They say, send one person as a representative of the family. You ever heard that before? Well, that's what you're doing right now. You're representing 20 dead people. So don't worry about them because you got it, they have it. And ultimately, when this Kundalini energy on the earth rises, they're going to wake up. And then they're going to go, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. And that's where you're going to be. You're going to be there to help them. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said there'll be an angel on every corner. Guess who those angels are? You in the school right now for that. That's what your thing is. It's a beautiful thing.